Helly, Helly. Start over. Howdy, it's me, Medicated Mark, coming to you from the bunker system located in the York Villa, found somewhere in the jungles of the Midwest. Boo! That's scared you, didn't I? Probably not. Okay, that wasn't all that scary. Leftover Halloween decorations. Coming to you again this week. I think this is the 2 weekends in a row. Friday night record sharing. Managed to assemble this stack of records, and I didn't do anything today. I got up like, oh, I'm going to do this and that, and then my nose was all swollen up, and I was like, oh, I just didn't feel like it. Forcing myself to go through all that, so I didn't. So I had to stay at home and worked on the house and moved some things around. So anyway, but any stories? Okay. The homeopathic things, we talk about here on the Medicated Mark show. Are you taking your medicine? Yeah, I just did. Doesn't have anything to do. Very, very mild, actually. Speaking of mild, homeopathic solutions for things like taking curcumin and just all the glucosamine and all that kind of stuff. My mom kind of got me into that, years ago, vitamins and all that. So off and on for all these years, it's kind of like, well, does it help? Does it help? Does it help? Still haven't resolved it yet. Now I'm trying. A couple of people said, "Oh, you got to try the hemp oil." I looked it up, and it's very confusing because there's hemp oil and then there's hemp oil with an added ingredient, which is really expensive, like a little tiny bottle for like $60 or $70 or more dollars. There's like a CBD or something like that, which describe whatever. Anyway, so and liquid vitamin D. Okay, well, to help with depression. The hemp oil is supposedly an anti-inflammatory, right? And the glucosamine, it's just, all this stuff acts on you in such a mild fashion that it's almost like the sense of it is that you're having a placebo reaction, which is, I spent all this money on this stuff, so I'm feeling better, yes. I know I must be. But it seems like some of it does have some really mild, none of it's like a drug at all, mild helpful benefits. So it's hard to tell about the vitamin D oil, but the hemp oil, that too is kind of like, but and it could just be that this is just where everything is, but it seems like I'm just suffering a little bit less from inflammation or soreness in the joints. Still been working out pretty hard. So I can say that maybe there's something there with that stuff. And I've been just one dropper full a day, usually at night, for about the last week and few days. I don't know. Well, I'll keep you posted. Probably not, because my memory is shot and I won't remember to do that. All I remember is to buy records. Bought some more records on eBay, though they won't be here for a week or so. So we just have to wait and have to collect more. So I went to the St. Vincent de Paul, the new one I found, that I visited a month ago, and found a couple of records, including the Hollywood, it's Hollywood All-Stars, Pops and Percussion. There's a cha-cha number on this, 2 cha-cha numbers. What label is this on? It sure looks like Somerset. I think it's Somerset. I'm almost positive. Anyway, there you go. It's let's tear that off. It's the Enchanted Guitars playing the songs of Chris Christopherson. Oh boy, that'll be great. It's the Johnny Mansingers, Love is Blue. Alright, don't have this one. They also do White on White. Hello Yellow Bug coloring book. Oh, so you had to do it all about color. That's right. The concept album. Modern Jazz. Where did this come from? Oh, so I went. Oh, that's right. I went down into Newport to go to this record shop that I'm always talking about. Not always, because it's in Newport. It's off the beaten path for me. But the fellow's always been pretty friendly, and he sold the building, a land contract, to some young kid along with the business. And that kid, like I told you, started having parties for prostitutes in the record store, and so he couldn't keep up with his payments. So the guy came back, and he was there for a year or two. So I went down there, and it was gone. The building was empty. So I don't know what happened to him. So I'm walking around, and down the street a little ways there's another record shop with a coffee shop in the back. I've been in there twice now. It's completely empty. Big room with records on one side, and they've got some 45s in the middle, which I never look at. All alphabetized, so I just have to go through everything. So I go through some things and kind of see what the owner stocks, and then just stop, because it's not like an exotica section or a blues or a jazz. Everything is just alphabetized. It just takes so much time. So, and I walked out of that store twice without anything of interest. So, but then across the street I noticed a sign for an antique store. So well, I've never been in that. So went over, and it was a pretty big building with booths, you know, a mall type setup. And so I found a few records in there. These are all from, maybe not all of them. It's been a while. I've been in a number of places. Anyway, hold up the record. Oh my God. The Modern Jazz Quartet, the Oscar Peterson Trio at the Opera House. I always loved the Modern Jazz Quartet albums. They always seem to do a good job, more often than not, in blending period pop sounds with jazz, which makes it interesting for me. A sealed MGM strings. Singing strings play the hits of the 60s. Oh my God. How exciting is this? Including Ebb Tide and Thunderwall. That's right. The singing strings. Yeah, this came from that antique mall. I think that one did too. The Best Forward, Diana Carroll. Nice Vic cover. And I've got this one, but for the money I picked it up just because. Oh, there's the prices. I went through this whole booth and I couldn't find any prices, and there are little stickers on the back. And this one was marked $10. And I never would have taken it up front. I told a lady at the desk, I said, hey, this is, none of these were marked. I don't understand how much, I don't know how much they are, what, you know, what the deal is. Man, that sticker's on there good. I hate it when they do that. Oh my God. So never would have paid $10 for this. People have been thumbing through this stuff because it's too expensive. And ripping the covers and everything, you know, how they, you know, people are not dainty, ripping the covers, and I thought there's got to be some reason why all these trash records are back here. It's because they're all priced too high. That's right. But because I said this was $6, that's not too bad. Because I said they weren't marked, she gave them to me for like $3 a piece, I think. So it's a beautiful cover, but Helen Graycoat, but I can't remember. I think her vocal style was just, don't really remember. I don't have this one. It's also a beautiful cover. It's marked $3, so the prices weren't horrible. This is not in too bad a shape. Ruth Olay. Not too bad. It's just always interesting how people price stuff. It seems like everybody and their brother in that store had records. Like they're just coming out of the woodwork now. And some of them are just like, you gotta be kidding me, you know, and you can tell. Look, it's not always even, you know, so there's low prices on stuff they don't understand or don't think is valuable, and high prices on stuff they don't understand and think is valuable. There was a price on this, $7. I didn't pay that. In fact, I think I got it. I never would have, so that was like $2 or $3. Not bad. Helen Merrill. I don't remember if I liked it or not, but I picked it up again. I know I don't have this one. Also $6. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. Smart Set. It's a wonderful cover. Smart Set with orchestra. I don't know if they're a vocal group or not, but there you go. And I don't have this one of the Stereo Action series, RCA Stereo Action series. That was pretty, this came from another dealer, but it was, the covers are always just usually kind of dirty. It's Dick Shorey, a percussionist. Good, I love it. I like his work. Collected it over the years. So, Holiday for Percussion. Holiday for Percussion is the name of a song. So it's not like a holiday album, like Jingle Bells, you know, just for bells. There's other stuff on it, like a samba, which is good. That's good. And Latin albums are pretty popular on eBay right now as far as people think they are, and they got them up there for pretty good money. So I don't buy anything like that off of eBay. So this was $2, even though it's a budget. It's a Waldorf, king-size Waldorf. Still got a great cover on it, right? The contents of the set may be suspect, but the cover's nice. And this wasn't too much either. A couple of bucks, I think. It's a Limbo album I don't have. Joe Houston, Limbo. Nice. But again, people have completely torn the covers because they sit too much. They're priced in such a way that they sit too long for the most part, and people thumb through them and tear them up. As a dealer, you got to put them in these plastic sleeves, or your stock just gets ruined, no matter how they're priced. Dino's Lodge with Jack Elton and Steve Lefevre. Now, I don't know if that's Dino as in Dean Martin. I don't see any reference, quick reference on the back about that, but it's a lounge record with an interesting cover. That's an actual sign, so it has to be Dean Martin, because that's his likeness on the sign, so it has to be a Dean Martin Club. And a stereo Phase 4, London Phase 4 stereo Les Paul record that I do not have. So that should be good. And speaking of film covers, oh, that's right. I went to the other record store and picked up a few of those that I'm showing you now, including this one. It's Relaxing with the Niagaras. Look at that cover. Now, I haven't been able to decipher what the hell's going on here. There's no photographs of Niagara Falls, but not Niagara's for Niagara friends. It doesn't have anything. It doesn't have anything to do with that. Where's it from? Products of Niagara Therapy Manufacturing Corporation. It's a chair. It's a company that makes chairs. Oh my God. I couldn't get to get. It's the Niagara Manufacturing Company. It's a wide variety of collars, covering material, motor-powered, push-button reclining mechanism. I think it's got heaters, moving heater in it and everything. I knew it had to have something to do with the chair, but I didn't understand. I couldn't understand the tie-in with Niagara. 1964. Anyway, oh my God, crazy. Now this guy that's been selling records has been in business as long as I've been here. I mean, he's been selling records for 30 years. And he's moved in a number of locations. He's in a really small store right now, just down the street from me. So he has records that he sold years ago that come back, and he puts stickers on them again and sells them again. This one had a sticker, original sticker. I pulled the new one off, but the original sticker was for his store. It was like at $45 for this album. And I just like paid $6 for it, right? I maybe it'd been sitting there all this time for 30 years before he put another sticker on it. He does that. He prices stuff pretty high, and then it'll sit for years and years and years, and they'll go through their stock again. They're like, yeah, well, it's been here a while. And they'll mark it down, and then I'll stop in and I'll buy it as a marked down album. Because this is all just experimentation. I have no idea what I'm that's the thing about organizing your albums alphabetically, because you're expecting people to come in with an idea of what they want, right? So then you can go, you know, that makes it easy. If somebody asks you for a record, you can find it as a dealer, right? But if you're just looking for an interesting looking cover and have no idea, it takes so much time to go through the whole stock, unless they're listed by categories, like mood music or something like that. So I'm not exactly sure. Buddy Johnson, there's a vocalist on here, Ella Johnson. Not sure what to expect from that. And this looked pretty damn good. Promotional copy, not that that means anything. 1972 on Atlantic. It's Mongo Santa Maria. Roots. Up from the roots. There's some vocals on this. Of course, I don't know that. I might feature something from that. Who knows? And last but not least, simply because it's on the bottom of the stack, and it was a wonderful cover and pretty cheap, about $6 I think for this one. It's Alone With You, composed and conducted by the Herb Orton. It's got some kind of movement, but it's on stereo, so it's probably going to be pretty good. Stuff, the records on the Liberty level are always, normally, pretty damn good. Okay. Usually at this time I have a follow-up story to close out the video. Where'd this come from? My wife's starting to come down here in my man cave. Now that she's not having headaches, she's like, oh, look at all this fun stuff that I never paid attention to because I always felt too crappy to come down in here. Now I come down here and she's just standing here looking at all my stuff. I said, why are you, you're getting ideas? And they're on one of my mannequins in the back. The hat was moved, and they moved. He's reaching for Mother Mary, and I don't know. Can you see it back there? See that back there? That guy with the hard hat on. I got him reaching for Mother Mary, and Mother Mary had been moved. There you are, all the way up there now. Mother Mary had been moved, and somebody put the hard hat on and put the other hat I had on in another room. And I said, "Why did you do that for?" She said, "I didn't do it." I said, "Well, of course you did. Who else had been down here?" I don't know. So I said, "Well, you know, you get a headache and you do stuff and you forget about it. You don't really remember because you're out of your mind for the time you get a headache." And, "No, I didn't do it. I swear I didn't do it. You did it." And I said, "Oh." I said, "Of course it's my fault because I'm a good husband. Anything that's a problem, you know, is my fault." So she said, "It's okay. It's okay. Just, you know, I know where everything..." You look at this and you think I don't know where anything is, but I know exactly where everything is. So something's moved like this. I'll know, but I don't remember where this came from. Oh, anyway, oh my God. Most of the stuff I know where it's at. That's it. Okay, close out the video and play the sample.